Hey everybody, welcome to another Fridays from the Farm with Farmer Chris. This week we're going to introduce a new segment called Bugging Out, and it's all about looking at something that a lot of people find uncomfortable in the outdoor setting. You know, bugs, just bugs in general. They don't listen to us, they might jump on us in different settings. We might stumble upon them with surprise. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of explore some of the bugs that are common in the garden area or in the farm area. And we're just going to kind of talk about those. We'll visit some bugs that we all know, and then we might see some that we've never interacted with before. We hope you enjoy the new segment, Bugging Out, and then another Curious Corner and a Jokes with Robin. I hope you all have a great week. Take care. Hey, everybody. I wanted to start this week's Bugging Out segment with this little guy right here. This is a cicada. You have probably heard them more than you have seen them. They're the ones that make the sounds at night where one of them will start up and then several more will start up after that. We know it's an insect because it has 6 legs, 3 on each side. This insect in particular is a flying insect. We can tell that because it has these beautiful clear wings on its back. But eventually by the end of the day, it will likely find its way up into the top of the canopy in the trees to sing the song of its people. I know bugs can oftentimes make people uncomfortable, but I think sometimes it's important to put ourselves in uncomfortable situations so that we can gain a better understanding of the things around us. But I do think that that's an important part of the scientific process, is to enter into unknowns. So here you go. You can see this little guy, this little cicada sitting right here on my finger. My little buddy this morning. Let's go check out some more bugs. All right, now this is maybe one of the more intense bug connections that exist on our farm. So what you see in front of me is a tomato hornworm. So it's a big, juicy caterpillar that you often find on tomatoes, and they're bad for the tomatoes. They will consume the tomatoes. Oftentimes you find them because you find little piles of their poop. They're the same color as the stems, and they hide very well. But this one you might notice is standing out differently because of some white specks on its back. And let's take a closer look. So this is an example of a rough relationship in the garden. So all the white specks that you see on the back of this tomato hornworm are actually wasp larvae. So these wasp larvae are consuming the caterpillar, which is horrible for the caterpillar, but beneficial for us in the sense that they will take care of a pest that would otherwise destroy our crops. And so it's a beneficial insect in the sense that the wasp lays its eggs on the back of this caterpillar, and then in order to feed its young, they consume the caterpillar. So I found another living thing here in the garden that is not edible. It is not a vegetable, but it is alive and grows here in the garden. And it's actually one of the more beneficial creatures that we have in our space. And I say creature because it's not necessarily a bug. It's considered an arachnid. And so you can't really see it right here. It's a little bit of a kind of hidden in here, but I'll bring you a little bit closer so that you can learn more about. This is an orb weaver. So this is a very common garden spider identified by its beautiful yellow on its abdomen. And you can see that this one in particular seems to be snacking on a moth that it caught. It is literally hiding out here in the garden, just kind of hanging in space, so you have to be aware of it. It is wildly beneficial in that it eats bugs that otherwise might consume the vegetable. So even though from one perspective this is a scary creature, from another perspective it has a rightful place in the processes that we have out here. So it's important to maintain and keep space for it, to provide a habitat for it. So, hey everybody, welcome to another Curious Corner. So this week we've been talking a lot about bugs. We've been bugging out this week. And so I wanted to bring you this flat of what I presume were probably maybe cabbage or broccoli, but you can see that they've been defoliated. And so this has been taken by this little guy, this little green worm. Oh, there's another little buddy. You can see kind of hanging there. You know, we've been talking about the balance between good bugs and bad bugs and the role they play interacting with one another. And sometimes bugs come in and they are more powerful and they have a stronger directive than even we do with all of the things that we put in place. So my curiosity this week is, do you have beneficial bugs at your house? Do you have bugs that are impeding your process somewhere in your space? Just real curious, and I hope you are too. Have a great week. So what do you call a fly without wings? A walk?